You good?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? You ready to talk about some more dragons?
It's House of Dragon and House of Hess.
House of Hess. Yeah, that's to be the next spinoff is House of Hess, and it'll be how you got your kingdom. But
That's
unfortunately, with all these shows, it seems like there's a downfall, so it might also show your downfall.
Yeah, I mean, it probably will. Yeah, instead of dragons, I have wiener dogs. So.
Oh, do they still breathe fire though?
Yeah, we can do that.
That's fucking cool. That's almost scarier because the little wiener, they can get into like little nooks and crannies and shit.
Yeah,
and then fucking blow fire like right up your ass.
Yeah,
that's some dangerous shit. House of Hess, you're gonna give the Targaryens a run for their money.
I mean, that's the plan. That is the plan.
I want to say too, just because I might forget later on. You know, how last week we mentioned that they said "fuck" and it really threw us off. And
yes.
Somebody commented that apparently they said "fuck" all the time in Game of Thrones.
Saw that. Yeah, saw that.
I don't know. The way they say it in this show, it just like hits my ears different. Like when the guy said I forget what it was. It was like "fuck Damon" or "fuck" something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh whoa! It just like it feels more like "fuck."
Yeah, I don't know. I think I honestly don't know. I think it's just the way they talk.
Yeah.
Like they always speak so it seems like proper and
so like whenever they throw in a little "fuck," you're just like, oh
yeah, it's
you're
like
just like me too.
You're a fucking heathen.
So what did you think about the second episode? We got a year time jump from the previous one.
Yeah, was it a full year though?
I don't know. It was close to a year. They said it's been like a year and some time, or a year since the mom died. About that.
Okay.
Oh, which too, I was surprised. You know a 14-year-old when you see one. You called her being like 14 last podcast.
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good at guessing ages.
I would have assumed she was like 16, 17, 18 from the first episode. I was surprised.
I do. Well, it's funny because like when me and Abby watched it together, and they were like, "Oh, she's 15." I'm like, "Look at that shit!" I was dead on there.
I was over here like,
I was like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "You didn't watch the episode. You didn't watch Pleeka's Bachelor
That's
Party."
That's how you catch her, and like she doesn't watch our shit too.
She was like, "Oh, I didn't get a chance to watch it this week." I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool," but no. But I would have put Lord Corliss's daughter, who we found out was 12. She looks like she's about 8.
When it revealed that was the girl he was talking to, like to get married, I was like, "What the fuck?" That surprised the shit out of me.
Yeah. I was like, I would have pegged her more like 8 years old. I'm like, that is ridiculous.
It's so wild that's just a thing they do. Like, oh, here's your wife. When she's 14, you could have a child with her. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, I get why he didn't do it. I get why people wanted him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Odd thing is Rhaenyra, is that her name?
Yeah, I think so. The one that
was
the
like
queen that should not be.
Yeah, no. The young girl.
Oh, the younger daughter. Okay, yeah.
Is that Rhaenyra?
Yeah, I think because there's the two. They have very similar names, so I
know.
It's here. Let me.
But like his daughter was like on board with it. And then he threw the curveball, and she did not look happy.
No, yeah, she was like, "I guess you could be with anybody you want, but not my girl, please."
Yeah. I think it's Rhaenyra, Rhinoceros.
Yeah, it's Rhaenyra, and then Rhaenyra is the old one, the one that.
Rhaenyra is the young.
Yeah,
Rhaenyra is the young.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I was right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So what did you think of the whole Damon's going in, stealing the egg, and doing all just to kind of see where he stood with his brother and all that? What did you think of that?
His face, and it's just I think his makeup and his hair bothered the shit out of me.
It's funny. Somebody commented on our TikTok, and I forget what he said, but it was the one I put up about that, and he basically said like we were like shallow because we thought the Targaryens look weird, or then that guy looked like wrong term.
Yeah, I'm total. That's me. I'm just a shallow guy when it comes to the Targaryens.
But no, yeah, I will say that some of them look fine, but some of them like it's not they look bad. It's just like
it's just those two.
It's
to
just
me,
weird looking.
It's Rhaenyra and Daemon. To me.
Oh, you think she looks weird too?
I think it's like the platinum blonde hair and then like the super, super pale skin. And Abby made a ref, I was telling her, and she goes, "Oh, I'm pretty pale, and I got platinum blonde hair." I go, "You don't annoy me."
Someone might be in trouble.
I go, I don't know what it is, but and then him, I think him, like I hate that, like the butthole chin. Anyone who has that,
I've never even noticed that.
God, just drives me crazy.
That's funny.
Oh, it drives me nuts. Like Bill O'Brien, he used to be a coach in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
He coached at Penn State. He had it. I mean, and his was like a butthole. Like, I mean, you could probably put your finger in there and lose it. But if anyone has that, it bothers me. I mean, it's stupid, but it's just like.
Would you be extremely disappointed if one of your kids like were born and had a butt chin? Like, would that be like the one thing you'd be like, fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I probably would. I would never tell them. I probably would never say it to anybody. So if I ever have another child and they have a butt chin, I'll probably have you delete this podcast.
I got it. Drum, go delete House of Dragon episode 2, please.
Yeah, just this episode. But yeah, it's so weird to. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is about both of them. To me, and I don't know. Because like I say, no one else really looks that way. It's almost like they lighten them up and put a glow around them.
Well, it could be, too, because both of them, I don't know about some of the other people, but both of them at least aren't natural blondes. And I know Matt Smith, who plays Damon, was on The Crown, I think, and he had blonde hair on that. But even then, I thought that looked kind of odd on him. So maybe they both just look weird blonde because they're not blonde. Because I saw an interview with her and she had like short brown hair, and I was like, oh wow, that's surprising.
I don't think I've ever seen either of them act before this.
Oh, really? So you should just watch Morbius, and then I would love to see your take on him as Damon after watching Morbius.
Oh well, probably won't watch that, but I mean, you never know.
Maybe one day we'll do a podcast. Maybe
one day I'll get bored and be like, no, I think I'll watch Morbius, and then drop it on Jerome.
I've never even seen Morbius either. I've just seen the clips, so maybe one day we should both dive into it.
Maybe,
or maybe not. We could just move past it.
You never know. You never know.
Snack.
Let's see, but
Morbius.
What else happened in this episode that you liked?
I want to talk about Crab Feeder.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. That's such a fucked up idea, and he looks fucking creepy.
To preface, I know you made a TikTok about this last week.
What you were eating?
The same thing happened. Okay, I got home from running around all weekend long, and I'm like, you know what? Abby was like, "Oh, do you want to watch it?" And I go, "Yeah." I go, "Let me make some sandwiches." I go,
"You'll never learn."
I go, I'll have some sandwiches and we'll start it. And sure as shit, fucking dudes are getting their barbecue pulled pork pulled out of their body. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then like the crabs are just like crawling all over people.
Yeah, it's just such a fucked up
idea.
Skulls
and teeth. I'm like, come on, dude.
I like that though. We kind of got introduced to like a little bit of the villain that I guess everyone will be against the show, the crab.
Yeah,
feeders.
I mean apparently because the guy at work, Craig, who's watching this too. We were talking about him, and he didn't remember. What was it, like stone people in season 4 or 5 of like Game of Thrones or something, like stone people or something like that?
Yeah, they had. I fucking forget what that's called. They had that stone illness. I can't remember. Grayscale. But was it grayscale?
I think it kind of
like that.
Maybe it was that. But this is kind of because like I did a little reading on this guy, and I don't know if it's true.
Really?
But supposedly, crabs ate this guy's face off. He killed a bunch of crabs and made a mask out of crabs.
Oh wow, that's fucking cool.
I don't know how accurate that is. That's what I read online, and I'm like, okay, still don't know why this guy's a bad guy. Yeah. But cool, I guess.
That is really, I like that. That's pretty dope.
But yeah, I was gonna text you and be like, if you haven't started, I hope you're not eating. But yeah.
That's funny. Well, maybe now we can have a part 3 of the eating.
So I was gonna say maybe that'll just be a TikTok you make every week.
Yeah.
It's just, as like a.
What was your experience eating this week in Westworld?
Or maybe I could just start making them as they come out. I'll just do a TikTok like, hey guys,
show what you're eating too, and then you go into Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm getting ahead of the 8 ball here. in the middle. No spoilers. Just maybe don't be eating when you watch tonight's episode.
That's a good idea.
You know, yeah. I think I might.
And then if like that gets big, you could even do that for other shows. Like just make up shit like why it's bad to eat during this episode of like random other shows.
Yeah,
that could be a fun TikTok series.
If a show's really good, or like if we, what was it, the big battle scene in season 8 where it was like pitch black, be like, hey,
you could eat the whole episode.
You could fucking go sit out back and smoke a cigar the whole fucking show and you won't miss a damn thing because there's nothing to see. You know what? Actually, don't even waste your time turning it on because you can't see. You can turn the brightness and the contrast all the way up on the TV, and guess what? You can't fucking see anything. It's the greatest battle scene ever produced and put on television, but guess what? You can't see it because it's pitch black.
And it's so I wonder if, because like they say they're remastering it and they're gonna like Game of Thrones is gonna come out 4K on HBO Max or whatever the app will be called and whatever.
Yep.
Do you think then we'll be able to watch that episode?
I don't know. I honestly don't know, and I probably will never even, unless you say,
"Hey, turn it on!
Really
it's amazing."
Need to go watch it. Yeah.
It turns out that really is the best battle.
Yeah, because it was pretty bad. Just very, very, very dark.
That's funny.
Very dark. Very dark. Yeah.
Were you disappointed Damon and Otto didn't come to blows on that bridge?
Yeah.
They were on?
I mean, I was hoping that there was going to be a fight scene. I like the dude. What is it, Sir Kristen Cole or whatever?
I think
the one that Rhaenyra chose. I like him.
Yeah.
He's the Dornish guy from episode 1.
Yeah.
Who could have killed Damon.
I liked too Damon. When he brought that up to him and he's like, "Oh, I don't recall your name." And he's like, "Do you recall when I knocked you off your horse?"
Yeah.
Sir Kristen Cole, my prince.
Ah, yes. Apologies, I couldn't recall.
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Very good.
But yeah, it's funny because I mean, I was hoping something would happen there, and then when Rhaenyra showed up with her whatever Wahakis or whatever his name is, I don't think that's his name. Socrates. It's not Socrates.
I like Wahakis though. That might stick.
I was hoping for me. I was like, oh, maybe we'll see a dragon fight, but
that'd be
not
cool.
Not gonna happen. But yeah, I thought it was interesting that they basically put the dragon egg in like an oven, like a portable oven. I thought that was kind of odd. Didn't realize it needed to be kept hot. Damon didn't have it hot.
It's true. He was just walking around holding. And was it because like they said he just stole it? Was it in an oven when he broke it and stole it? Because then I'm sure it was hot as fuck.
That's a plot hole.
Yeah. Fuck. Now the whole show's ruined. I guess we can't watch it anymore.
I think this is our last podcast, guys.
God damn it. Queen of the North.
This is it. This is probably it. Last episode. You'll ever see. We're gonna do Morbius next week. So
we'll do Morbius. We'll do Morbius every week just while this is on.
Watch Morbius and tune in next week. See you later, folks.
Oh, that'd be so fun. Just in the middle of Game of Thrones podcast, just switch it to Morbius.
But I do like Sir Kristen Cole, I think is his name. I don't know for certain.
I think
it makes a lot of sense that Otto, Hand of the King, was having his daughter go see the king.
Yeah, you were right about that too, about him pimping her out and trying to get a baby and whatnot. Eventually.
That was not an accident. That was purposeful.
Yeah, even when he was going to leave to go see Damon, he's like, "Go visit the king."
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
What did you think about his maggots all over his fingers, the king, because he cut his finger on the throne before?
Yeah, it was pretty gross. Very gross.
Yeah.
I think I just finished my sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
So,
and then the maggots started crawling all over?
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, at that point, I would just say chop the finger off, okay?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why, because like his finger is useless. He always has it wrapped up. He's dipping it in maggots. Why not just amputate it?
That's the thing. There's no way a year has gone by. That thing's been injured like that for a year.
Well, it just got cut at the end of last episode, so maybe over time in the year, it just started to slowly deteriorate.
I mean, for fuck's sake, you think it would have healed or fallen off by in a year?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe that's another plot hole. God, we're just finding them all now.
It's possible. It's possible. But yeah, I was just like, I thought there had been some time. I didn't think it was a year. Maybe I was wrong on that. But yeah, the crab feeder dude looks pretty nutbaggy. And then I thought it was pretty I thought it was pretty predictable that Lord Corliss went to go see Damon and Dragonstone to try to.
Yeah, no. The second he walked out of the
team-
room, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
he's going to Damon for sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't it
yeah.
seem like dragons versus crabs is a pretty easy fight? Like
would
that was
think.
even her suggestion in the beginning. Just send your dragons out there. Just fuck you, 3 dragon people. Just let us blow them all up. And I don't understand like why you're letting this crab dude just take over shit.
Yeah. Well, she was even saying, let's just do it just to posture, like as a strong posture. Like not even like throw the fire on them, just posture.
Yeah.
And I think that's why that's just another sign that the king isn't going to last. He's kind of I wouldn't say a pussy, but
yeah,
he's not.
He's been called a bad king both episodes now too. So like, I feel like it's just inevitable he's gone.
I listened to Craig was listening to some guy give a little synopsis of the king. What's his name? I don't even know his fucking
Viserys,
name.
I believe.
King Viserys, and they said that he was pretty much in line with Ned Stark.
Oh, really? I could kind of see that. I mean, he seems to be a little more okay with some shit going on,
Like,
but I could see that.
Kind of diplomatic, kind of I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah.
This isn't fair. That's not the right way to do it. More
even like having a good relationship with his daughter.
well, because
like
you remember he was up. Wasn't he upset with Damon when he killed all those people and like cut their hands off and cut their dicks off?
Yeah. Well, he was, but I felt like he could have been a little more upset. But I think he was. He was like, "Are you gonna have to do the whole town to fucking just show your presence?" Yeah. But yeah, I could see that's a good comparison. Maybe that also means second to last episode or last episode, whatever it was, he'll get beheaded.
Well, yeah, but I thought wasn't it like the 3rd or 4th episode Ned Stark got killed?
It was either I think it was like second to last or 8th. It was close to the end.
See, I thought it was. I was thinking it was like the 3rd or 4th.
Well, because
I'm going fuck. He died early as shit.
He gets captured like 3rd or 4th or 5th, something around somewhere around there, and then they have him like in the like crypts or something for a while and all that shit. Let me see. Is there anything else that we didn't talk about for this one?
I don't think so.
I can't think of anything.
Do you think it'll come back to bite him that he didn't wed the 12-year-old? I mean, and who? I mean, I don't think I could. I definitely couldn't have done that.
No, yeah,
like, that's just so weird.
That would have been really. I don't like. Yeah, I feel like there was no winning for him there. I feel like he's inevitable just to lose.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. But I mean, like, let's just say that like that's nowadays. Like I would not have any sexual feelings toward a 12-year-old.
No, yeah, that's not. Yeah,
so
it's like
it would be
impossible to like. Well, because also like they're basically asking you to groom this little girl into liking you.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so strange, and he seems to be the only one that's like I don't know.
I thought it was interesting we didn't get an age for Placenta. I know her name's Alcenta, but I'm going to call her Placenta.
I was going to say, I'm not sure I knew her name was Placenta.
No, it's Alcenta, but we didn't get an age for her. I'm thinking, 17 to 21-ish.
Which one is she?
Area.
Is she the one?
She's the one he chose.
The one that he chose? Okay.
Yeah.
I assumed she was similar to the friend, but maybe a little older. So yeah, maybe I could see that.
And then what's up with her nails? Like she picks her fucking nail.
Yeah,
bits.
I noticed that. She kind of reminded me of Taylor because Taylor does that all the time, and she'll make herself bleed, and we're like, stop fucking picking your nails.
Is it like a nervous thing? Or,
I think it's like a nervous thing, or just something like like you just do it without even thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one right now that I just keep fucking with, and then I'll be like, God damn, that hurts, and then like I'll leave it alone, and then it's next thing I know I'm doing it again. It's like fuck off, dude. So it kind of feels good, but it hurts too at the same time. It's weird.
You like the pain a little bit.
It's like a tattoo.
Oh, I can see that. Okay.
Hurts a little bit, but somewhat feels good.
Yeah. Especially when you get those bubble tattoos.
I was gonna say the last time you were explaining butt sex.
Yeah.
How much you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it hurts a little bit.
It hurts a little bit,
but then
it
you love
good.
it.
Does he think I'm a farthead?
Yes.
But let me think real quick before we wrap up. Just make sure
I don't think there was really anything else. I mean, we went over so basically Crab Feeder, he has men, right? Like he has guys
I
and they're
assume
just
so. And they all just,
and they're just
kill people or hurt them and feed them to crabs, I guess.
but they're taking the ships and the supplies and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
But what are they doing with the supplies? Because they're just on an island.
Yeah, and it seems like they would only stay where there's crabs. So it seems like it seems like they're cool and they're scary, but also very easy to deal with. Like they need crabs to be around. Like,
but what kind of bad guy is Crab Feeder? I feel like it's pretty pussified bad guy.
Yeah, it is. I wonder if like there's got to be
like
more to him.
Like a fucking giant or something, or a White Walker, or a crab-faced guy. I feel like that's pretty lackluster. I mean, maybe this dude's gonna be a badass, but fuck, a crab guy? Oh my god! He's gonna send his crabs after me.
Hey, who knows? Maybe Crab Guy is pretty cool.
I mean, he very well might be. We're gonna find out, and I'll probably get roasted on TikTok and or YouTube for saying shit. But I mean, I don't know. It just seems like he's not. And I feel like, speaking of, I feel like little Rhaenyra is kind of a little badass like Arya.
Yeah, I guess. Do you want to know? Because I know a little bit of a spoiler for that I saw on TikTok. Do you want to know that? That's the only other spoiler I know of the show. I mean, we watched in the beginning, talked about her that we know she gets eaten by the dragon.
Right.
Do you want to know one other spoiler that I know?
Sure, because I'll probably forget it by the time it rolls around.
That's a good point. I could be. No, I'm not gonna say. I'm pretty sure this is right. I'm just saying it could be wrong just in case. But
a big spoiler alert on here. So document the time here so you can put it in there for yourself.
True. I got about 26 minutes.
26 minutes.
I'm pretty sure her and Daemon get married.
That's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think, but it's when it's the time jump, the adult her and the older Daemon are married.
I was kind of expecting that time jump. You were saying that you saw it happen this.
I don't know when that'll happen. I thought maybe after episode 3, because in the extra thing at the end there was like a producer talking, and it said he was like a producer of the first 3 episodes or something. So maybe that's when they switch. I don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah, I'm curious when that'll kick in.
But I'm after this episode, I'm ready. I'm ready for another episode.
Yeah, me too. I'm so glad it's back.
Yeah, and they started the episode.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Music.
That's what we didn't talk about. Yeah, the same exact intro, except they rebuilt it with this and there's blood, but same theme music. I really liked it. I thought it was really cool.
I'm sure it's blood, but as I was eating my sandwiches, I said it was like the red stuff that you like the wax, like red wax.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna go a whole different route with that.
No, come on now. I was eating. I didn't want to picture, what do they call it? Aunt Flo? Yeah.
Yeah, that Flo.
No. No, but yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool. They're using like the wax that, they pour into the little thing and put their stamp of their house on. That's what I told myself as I was eating.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. So
that's fun.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm ready for the next one. I'm full blown sold.
Yeah, me too.
So,
are you now more interested in the other spin-offs? Because like the other family, Valyria, whatever I know they're the Valyrian Steel, whatever, but whatever the family's called, there's gonna be a spin-off of them and all that. I wonder if it'll just be called
give them a go.
Yeah, same. I wonder if everyone will be called House of Blank, or if they have their own names. Because I feel like that could get kind of old if it's like House of Blank, House of Stark, House of everybody.
I don't know. I would have to go back and rewatch Game of Thrones, but I don't. Was the Valyrian house talked about a lot?
Yeah, I think they were all gone by Game of Thrones. I thought, but I'm not 100% on that.
So they're gonna die. Crab Feeder probably kills them.
But what's in the prequel? The show for him is a prequel, but I wonder if it'll also I wonder. It's weird that they just keep doing prequels because then you know the outcome of the people, kind of.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we're sold on this show, so I guess it ultimately doesn't matter.
No, yeah, I mean it's all good. And then I don't know if you saw that in the opening credits, an executive producer, Sarah Hess. That's my mom.
Oh, your mom makes the show.
Yeah, I called her. I'm like, you didn't even let me know.
We could have been getting spoilers to tell.
Yeah.
Wow.
So one day maybe we can get her on the pod.
Okay.
Talk,
you know what that means? That means we have to get this into an episode.
Oysters, clams, and cockles!
That'd be the ultimate cameo.
Because once I heard that it was the original music, I'm like, all right, we're gonna let it play. And then I'm like watching it was like executive producer Sarah Hess. I'm like, that's my mom. I'm like, my mom's an executive producer. I'm like,
that's
bitch.
So funny. Can you imagine if it really was? And she was like, I'm sorry, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I signed an NDA.
Yeah, I would be pretty upset about that.
That's funny. All right, you ready to wrap up this bachelor party?
I believe I am, sir. I think I'm ready to wrap up this bachelor party.
All right. Well, thanks for watching or listening. And we'll see you guys.
Follow
TikTok,
do your
Instagram
stuff.
here. Our other, we got Pleeka's Bachelor Party YouTube channel where you can watch clips and whatnot. I think that's it. We'll catch you guys next time for episode 3. Who knows how many years that'll be after this one? Maybe a year, probably actually a couple, because in the next one you see the king's baby. So
Firstborn son of the king.
Oh, really? I don't like that. I don't like how we're jumping like that.
Well, I think eventually it'll just stick with them adults. So I think we're just getting. Yeah. I think the whole point. Well, I feel like it's supposed to feel like we're with Rhaenyra, but then it'll switch to Aegon, her brother. I think that's.
I feel like I remember hearing talks about Aegon.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk of him
in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, because isn't that Jon Snow's real name? Wasn't that he is also an Aegon?
That I don't know.
Once he found out he was a Targaryen, which that's also another spinoff.
His spinoff's going to be called Snowballs.
Oh, I like that. Snowballs starring Kit Harington.
Yes. Jon Snowballs.
Oh, Jon Snowballs. I like that.
Yeah. Snowballs. Yeah. And it's just going to be him courting the redhead.
It's just like their love story. Well, another one you could call it then is "You Know Nothing," since that was her little tagline to him all the time.
Yeah, I know nothing. I know nothing, Jon Snow. Jon Snow. Because didn't they have giants back then in that?
Yeah, well, that's actually another good question. Stuff, right? How come there's no? I wonder if we'll see any giants and more stuff like that since we're in the past.
See, and this might sound stupid. Whether it might not to you, but if people who watch this, if they made it this far,
I feel like we're gonna sound sometimes like big idiots on.
But I don't really care. But I didn't realize that they were in King's Landing. I didn't realize.
Oh, you didn't realize that?
No, because he was like, "Oh, it's King's Landing." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, I didn't realize that.
No, that's why like where he was at was Dragonstone, which we saw a whole bunch in Game of Thrones.
I knew that. I knew he was in Dragonstone. I just didn't realize we were in King's Landing.
Yeah,
that's where this was set. And then the other thing is Abby mentioned it. Like the big sculpture of King's Landing and stuff that he's showing Placenta.
Yeah.
Abby was like, if in today's world he would be like a train guy, but he's
that's so true.
Yeah,
and he's just showing her his little train.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's
and I'm gonna steal that. I'll give you credit, but I'm gonna steal it. So. Almost forgot it, but it's in.
It's still in there, baby. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next week for episode 3.
Next week.
Have a good day or not, whatever it is.
Peace, 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 peace.